guys, this is Paxton and welcome back to my channel. One of us is teaching. And I am a 4th year teacher in Upstate New York, but this year will be my first year teaching 6th grade. I am moving from 2nd grade up to 6th grade in a math and science classroom. Today I thought I would talk about some books that I like to use at the beginning of the school year. I have a little collection of books here that I pulled out when I did my book sort, and thought that I would talk about them. They're not in any particular order here, so I'm just going to go from front to back. The first one here I have is Personal Space Camp. It's written by Julia Cook and illustrated by Carrie Hartman. This book is so cute, first of all. The main character needs to learn about keeping personal space from his peers and just people around him. This is a book that I love to use just in normal life, but I feel like it's extra important now with COVID and the social distancing. It's kind of a play on going to a summer camp for space, space camp, but personal space. I've done lessons with this in the past with hula hoops, where each student would get a hula hoop and that is their designated space bubble, and they had to make sure that they didn't intersect with anyone else's hula hoop in the classroom and things like that. So this one is a really good one, highly recommend. The next book I have here is Do Unto Otters, a book about manners. It is by Lori Keller. This is also super cute. The otters need to learn about manners, and they learn how to treat the rabbit, and how, treating others like they would like to be treated. Obviously the play on words here with otters, super cute. They have very cute illustrations, and there are like little quote bubbles with funny jokes in it. This very, very cute. Good for teaching respect and class expectations at the beginning of the year. Next I have I Pledge Allegiance. This book, I have a couple of books that are around the Pledge of Allegiance, but this is the one that I grabbed for this video. It is written by Pat Mora and Libby Martinez and illustrated by Patrice Barton. Again, it's a cute book, and it talks about the importance, I guess, of pledging to the flag. My school that I am coming from doesn't require the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning, but I grew up going to school, saying the pledge every single day. So it was really important to me that my kids learned this. So each year I taught it to them using this book, and it really helps them to understand the story behind it before we dive in on really memorizing the words and things like that. Next, I have Even Superheroes Have Bad Days. This is by Shelley Becker and illustrated by Ida Cabin. Sorry if I butchered that. My school that I'm coming from previously has big focus on superheroes, and the character education that they teach is based around superheroes as well, and they are taught to the students in the form of superpowers. So this book was very relevant to everything at that school, so that's why I picked it up. But just in general, it's a good reminder that everyone is human, even superheroes. Everyone has good days and, more importantly, bad days, so it's okay to have a bad day once in a while. And it talks about how the superheroes deal with their bad days. So a lot of coping skills, things like that. I use this when I teach the zones of regulation. Not that this talks about the zones, but kind of use it in conjunction because of the coping skills and things like that that are discussed in this book. And the last book that I have specifically for the beginning of the school year is The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. I just got this book at the beginning of last school year. It's a pretty new one. But this is a very cute book to start the beginning of the school year with, or to read anytime, really. It's about accepting everyone and differences, and accepting yourself even though you may be different from others around you, and about starting a new place, meeting new friends and things like that. So I like to use this at the beginning of the year. Even if all my kids know each other, if I don't have any new kids to the school this year or anything, it's a good reminder that, we're starting a new year, we have a new community in the classroom, and we are all in it together. So those are the books that I pulled out that I really like to use specifically in the beginning of the year. I do have 4 more books that are in a series that I want to talk about today. And they are the Teach Your Dragon books. I think it's actually just called the My Dragon series. They are by Steve Herman, and they are so cute. So this little boy has a pet dragon, and he has to teach him all of these things to function in society, basically. And it's a great way to teach these things to your students. So this one, Teach Your Dragon to Understand Consequences. This was a big one for me. So we read this, and I'm not saying it was a miracle worker, but I really think that it was helpful to put it into perspective. Consequences are important because they just happen naturally. Every action that any person does has a consequence, so you need to be able to accept them. There's also Teach Your Dragon to Be Responsible. So another really good one for character education. The 3 main rules, I guess, at my last school were be safe, be responsible, and be respectful. So this one was really good when teaching that. But in general, just teaching responsibility. You need to take care of your own things, your own self, all that stuff. So again, same series, written by Steve Herman. The 3rd one I have in this series is Train Your Dragon to Follow Rules. So again, just a life skill. There are rules everywhere you go in the world that you need to learn to follow. You might not like them at all. You might not understand them. You might not agree with them. Unfortunately, sometimes you just gotta do what the rules tell you to do. So it's another cute one. And the last one I have in this series is Train Your Dragon to Accept No. This one was huge in my classroom last year. Teaching them to accept no. You can't tell a child yes all the time. You can't give them everything they want all day long. It's just not realistic. Sometimes you have to tell them, no, you can't do that right now. Maybe it's you need to wait until later, or maybe that's not something that we do in school at all. But they need to learn to accept the word no. So again, these books are really cute. The little boy is who's teaching these skills to his pet dragon. So it's not really like it's coming from an adult, This one too, well, they all kind of talk about like coping skills and how to react to things that you might not agree with and things like that. So super cute. So those are the books that I had to talk about today. If you are interested, I can try and find them on Amazon and link them below. That's where I got most of them, I'm sure. I do a lot of shopping on Amazon. If you have books that are favorites for you to read at the beginning of every school year, please comment them below. I would love to check out some new ones, and I'm sure other viewers would like to read those comments as well. And if you have any suggestions of books for character education as well, I talked about that a little bit in this video. I love to start off my school year with some of that. So if you have any books for, respect, responsibility, integrity, things like that, character education, I would really appreciate those as well. But other than that, thank you for watching. If you feel like it, please stick around by subscribing. You can like and comment on this video. I would really appreciate that. Check out my previous videos as well. I have, I believe, 4 others on my channel. and we really appreciate it. Thanks, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.